Hey everyone, welcome back to Ganai's Mac News. Let's dive into the biggest story from WWDC this week. According to 9 to 5 Mac and Mac rumors, Apple completely revamped Siri with powerful new AI capabilities. The new Siri now understands natural language way better than before, has contextual awareness across your apps and settings, and can perform advanced in-app actions. But here's what's really interesting. Apple's executives made it crystal clear what Siri is not. As reported by Mac rumors, when asked if users could create an AI boyfriend or girlfriend with the new Siri, Craig Federighi, Apple's software engineering chief, said absolutely not. Apple wanted to build an AI utility, not an AI companion. Federighi and Greg Joswiak explained their whole philosophy during an interview with the Mostly Human podcast. Apple doesn't do AI just for AI's sake. Instead, they're focused on making Siri actually helpful and efficient. The new chatbot-style experience integrates across your device in ways that actually matter for your daily tasks. Now let's talk about how Apple is actually powering all this AI. According to 9 to 5 Mac's detailed breakdown, Apple announced its third generation of Apple Foundation models during the WWDC keynote. Here's where it gets interesting. Apple isn't putting all its eggs in one basket. Some of these models run directly on your device for privacy and speed. Others are cloud-based for more complex tasks. And get this, one model actually runs on Google's servers using NVIDIA chips. It's a hybrid approach that lets Apple balance privacy, performance, and capability. This multi-tiered system means some AI features process right on your iPhone or Mac without sending data to Apple's servers, while heavier lifting happens in the cloud when you opt in. It's basically Apple's answer to the AI arms race, giving you the best of both worlds when it comes to smart features and privacy protection. Let's talk about what's actually coming to your iPhone with iOS 27. According to Mac rumors, the Photos app got a complete overhaul with new AI editing tools powered by Apple Intelligence. There's a new feature called Cleanup that uses advanced AI models to remove unwanted objects from your photos. The Health app got redesigned too, with a new card-style interface in the Browse section that's way more colorful and easier to navigate than the old list layout. And here's a nice quality-of-life improvement. Apple Insider is reporting that WhatsApp is rolling out multi-account support on iPhone, which is honestly one of the most requested features ever. Plus, as reported by Mac rumors, you can now add the Apple TV remote directly to your home screen in iOS 27, bringing back a feature that was removed way back in 2020. And if you're creative, 9 to 5 Mac says iOS 27 lets you create completely custom wallpapers instead of just picking from Apple's built-in designs. Okay, here's the story everyone's been waiting for. According to 9 to 5 Mac, Apple's first foldable iPhone is coming this fall, and it's going to be called the iPhone Ultra. This isn't speculation anymore. Apple actually hinted at it pretty heavily during WWDC. So what makes this thing different? Well, 9 to 5 Mac is reporting on 6 major features you can expect. First, there's obviously the foldable display technology that's been years in the making. This isn't just a gimmick. It fundamentally changes how you interact with your phone. Think about apps that adapt to both a traditional phone form factor and a fully unfolded tablet-like screen. The iPhone Ultra positions itself as Apple's absolute premium tier device, above the standard iPhone and the Pro models. It's going to come with exclusive features you won't get anywhere else in Apple's lineup. We're talking top-tier processors, premium materials, and software features designed specifically for that form factor. This is huge for Apple because they've been watching Samsung and other manufacturers push foldables for years, and now they're finally entering that space in a big way. Now let's shift gears to something more serious. According to 9 to 5 Mac and Apple Insider, a bipartisan group of U.S. senators reintroduced the American Innovation and Choice Online Act, or AICOA, this week, and Apple is not happy about it. This bill, as reported by Mac rumors, targets major tech companies like Apple and would fundamentally restrict how they favor their own products and services. Think about it. This could force Apple to let third-party app stores operate on iOS, prevent Apple from prioritizing its own apps and services, and limit how much control the company has over its ecosystem. It's basically the U.S. version of Europe's Digital Markets Act, which has already been causing Apple headaches overseas. Apple issued a strong rebuttal, arguing that these restrictions would actually harm innovation and user experience. The company spent millions fighting similar legislation in past congressional sessions, and clearly they're gearing up for another major battle. Apple Insider is reporting that this represents one of the most significant antitrust challenges Apple has faced in years, reopening fights over App Store control and platform favoritism that the company thought they'd put to bed. Here's something developers need to pay attention to. According to Macworld, Apple updated its app review guidelines during WWDC, and this is actually pretty significant. Apple is apparently giving itself the authority to remove low-effort apps from overcrowded categories. As reported by TechCrunch via Macworld, this new language means Apple can now start cleaning up tens of thousands of garbage apps that have been cluttering the App Store for years. Think about it. How many times have you searched for something and found 5 different apps that are basically the same thing? Yeah, Apple's tired of that too. This move is clever because it gives Apple a legitimate reason to remove spam, clones, and abandoned apps without openly admitting they're curating the store more heavily. It's a quality-of-life improvement for users who've been frustrated with app discovery, but it also gives Apple more control over what gets to stay on the platform. The implementation details are still being ironed out, but this could be the beginning of a much cleaner, more useful app store. If you're thinking about upgrading your Mac setup, now's actually a great time. According to Apple Insider, B&H Photo is running a weekend sale on Apple's latest 14-inch MacBook Pro with the M5 Pro chip. You can grab the model with the 18-core CPU and 20-core GPU, plus 48 gigabytes of RAM, for $300 off. That's a huge discount considering this machine just came out 3 months ago. We're talking serious processing power for creators, developers, and power users. The M5 Pro is a beast for video editing, 3D rendering, music production, and basically any task that demands multi-core performance. And with 48 gigabytes of RAM, you're not going to hit memory limits on even demanding workloads. Apple Insider says this flash deal ends on Sunday, so if you've been thinking about a pro-level MacBook, this is definitely worth checking out. And for those of you considering Windows instead of Mac, here's a deal worth mentioning. According to Macworld, Windows 11 Pro is currently on sale for just $12.97. That's a 94% discount off the regular $199 price. And here's the key part. This includes lifetime access. You're not paying a monthly subscription, you buy it once and you're done. Windows 11 Pro comes loaded with Microsoft's built-in AI assistant, gaming upgrades, stronger security features, and professional-level productivity tools. Macworld makes a good point. A lot of computer frustration starts with outdated software, and sometimes the best investment is just keeping your system current. So whether you're refreshing an older Windows machine or just want to upgrade your OS, this deal is pretty hard to beat.